In this video, I will be speaking about CHF JPY. Now, as usual, to keep the video as educational as possible, first I will be covering the technical aspect of this market, and by the end of the video, by using a combination of these two different types of analysis, we will try to understand where we have the highest probabilities for the next potential move here on this pair. Now, starting from the monthly time frame, what we can see is that we have a market which is currently testing a quite strong area of previous monthly resistance, which is now turned support here. Now, as we're testing previous resistance turn support, we could expect bullish price action to be created away from this zone. Now, if we drop down on the weekly, we can see how from a weekly perspective, the situation is completely different. In fact, we can notice how we did have the creation of this M pattern, and after the creation of an M pattern, what you would expect is a potential rejection to the upside for the completion of the M pattern at the neckline, which is previous support turn resistance. And that is in fact exactly what the market did with this move to the upside. Now, as we are testing previous weekly support and resistance, we could expect bearish price action to be created away from this zone. Now, dropping down on the daily, what do we see? Now, here on the daily, we can see how the market is currently testing a quite strong area of previous daily support, which is now turned resistance. We can also notice how we did have the creation of this overextended W formation, and in general, after the creation of an overextended W, what you would expect is a potential rejection to the downside for the completion of the pattern, at least at the 0.32 of the Fibonacci taken on the daily impulse, which in this case, taking our Fibonacci from the low to the high, would mean that we would like to see the market retrace at least to this 0.32 for the completion of this overextended W formation here. CHF is definitely getting weaker, and a weakening CHF is exactly what we need for a potential reversal to the downside. So how we could be approaching this potential rejection lower. Now, as usual, trading is reactive and not predictive. The monthly, weekly, and daily, those are the best time frames from a directional perspective. However, when it comes to confirmations and entries, the best time frames are the intraday time frames, so 4 hour and lower. Therefore, what we could be doing, potentially also with students, is monitoring price action from an intraday perspective during this move to the upside, waiting for the market to shift from an intraday bullish market as we would have to an intraday bearish market. And if the market would shift from an intraday bullish to bearish market and provide to us one of our valid entries, at that point we could be looking for a potential reversal lower for the completion of this overextended W formation, at least at the 0.32 of the Fibonacci taken on this daily impulse. Now, if you enjoyed this free analysis education and update, make sure that you drop a like and a comment. It really does support the creation of more free analysis education and updates for all of you, and I will see you in my next breakdown.